Live from the campus of Penn State University, this is PSN News. It's Wednesday, October 27th. We have all you need to know about President Barron's town hall regarding sexual misconduct at Penn State.
We also have details on a student organization's controversial guest speaker, along with your weekly COVID-19 update.
Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Caroline Diaz.
And I'm Zach Gershman. Penn State has seen a plethora of timely warnings issued following reports of forcible sex offenses. Now, President Eric Barron has announced that he'll be hosting a virtual town hall on November 8th to discuss sexual misconduct. Barron will be joined by 5 other staff members, and they'll be providing updates about ongoing efforts of prevention. The goal of the town hall is to answer questions the community may have surrounding sexual misconduct on Penn State's campus and to discuss what the next steps are. Although the primary audience for this event is students, faculty and staff can attend the event and ask questions. And those who wish to ask questions can do so by Google form, and the town hall can be viewed at liveevents.psu.edu.
A Penn State student organization is under fire due to a controversial upcoming guest speaker. Uncensored America is scheduled to host far-right media figure Milo Yiannopoulos on November 3rd. For many years, Yiannopoulos has been known for making offensive remarks towards the LGBTQ community while advocating and fundraising for gay conversion therapy. School officials have denounced the speaker's attendance in a recent statement, saying that the speaker's views go against the school's message of embracing inclusion. The school, however, cannot stop the event from taking place. Preventing students from having Yiannopoulos speak could be a violation of their First Amendment rights. Penn State officials instead encourage students to continue their mission of practicing compassion to communities who have been harmed through hate speech.
The nation has been dealing with a public health crisis for the past 2 years. COVID-19 still plays a major part in day-to-day life, with vaccinations, positive cases, and possible exposures impacting events around the country.
PSN News brings you the latest COVID-19 stats from both Centre County and the nation. Here is your weekly update.
Let's go over the COVID numbers right here in Centre County. There is 1 new death and 32 new cases of COVID-19 as of Tuesday, October 26th. The 1 death brings the county's total to 8 deaths in the month of October. Mount Nittany Medical Center is currently treating 34 patients, including 3 in the intensive care ward and 2 who were put on ventilators. In regards to vaccinations across the county, a little under 80,000 people are fully vaccinated, with almost 65% having received at least 1 dose.
Now let's take a look at the COVID numbers across the nation from Tuesday, October 25th. Tuesday added 105,561 new cases, with a 7-day average of 70,291. Thousands of Americans are still suffering the worst symptoms of COVID. As of Tuesday, there are 50,743 Americans hospitalized in the United States. Tuesday also added 1,414 new deaths, bringing the nation's total to 740,000 and counting. 50% of all Americans have received both doses of the vaccine, and 66% have already received their first shot. The nation's new total cases since the beginning of the pandemic reaches 45,600,000. Coming up next, Brendan Conroy has the latest stories on Penn State sports.
Welcome back to PSN News. I'm Brendan Conroy with your sports update. Penn State men's cross country has wrapped up their regular season and is getting prepped for the Big Ten championship this week. While the competition is bound to get tougher in these playoffs, so will the training, Penn State coach John Gondek stated following their regular season meet. The 5.2-mile race kicking things off at 10:45 a.m. calls for lots of durability and endurance on Friday morning. Knowing that the number of racers allowed is limited, it makes for a lot more pressure on the teams taking part. Regardless, the boys in blue and white are ready to face the intensity and make a hopeful deep run into the late fall races. With the decent amount of transfers coming in this year, as well as a key runner returning from injury this year, will look a little different for the Nittany Lions. The first postseason meet will take place at home in University Park and will feature rival opponents such as Ohio State, Michigan, and other familiar foes from the Big Ten. Fifth-year student Brandon Hans has proven himself to be a big part to the team's success and feels that despite some midseason struggles, the Nittany Lions will be ready to go stronger than ever on their own home field turf this Friday. The Penn State men's basketball season is creeping up, and head coach Micah Shrewsbury had a lot to say on Media Day about the team's plans and expectations heading into this year. With familiar faces returning like John Harrar, Miles Dredd, and Seth Lundy, the Nittany Lions and their coach are confident and ready to make a strong start heading into the season. Shrewsbury mentioned how there has been high focus on the improvement of the team's defense as they have adapted to new concepts and different ways they can protect the ball. On the offensive side, Seth Lundy has mentioned the need for consistency in scoring and an emphasis on the ability to work with his teammates and contribute on the court in any way possible. The team slogan this year, Just Win, was implemented as a way of motivating players to get the job done, will hopefully be seen as beneficial as the team aims to reach their first NCAA tournament trip in 10 years. With high goals set for the season, players will be held accountable for playing their role to help the team win. The season will kick off Wednesday, November 10th at 8:30 p.m. in the Bryce Jordan Center, as the Nittany Lions are set to host Youngstown State. Full game coverage can be found on the Big Ten Network. The 2021 NFL regular season is near the halfway mark, and it may surprise you which teams are making the strongest case for playoff contention. While the elite talents like Patrick Mahomes and Ben Roethlisberger are lacking, an emergence of young talent has taken over the league. The undefeated Arizona Cardinals, who are led by third-year quarterback Kyler Murray, continue to hold on to that winning record after Week 7. Murray, having started every game of his career since joining the league, has proven himself to be a pivotal part in the Cardinals' huge turnaround from their 2018 season, where they finished with a record of 3-13. The Cincinnati Bengals have come out strong as well after defeating former MVP Lamar Jackson and his Baltimore Ravens this past Sunday. Led by the talents of Mr. Joe Burrow, the Bengals are tied for the best record in the AFC. Despite the heavy talent within the AFC North, like the Cleveland Browns and even Lamar's improved passing game, the Bengals hope to make their first playoff appearance since the 2015 season. With plenty of time until playoffs and bye weeks starting up, there's lots of time left for teams to secure a spot in postseason play. That's all for sports. After the break, Gabrielle Tyner will bring you the latest in the world of entertainment.
Welcome back to PSN News. I'm Gabrielle Tyner with your entertainment update. Comedian Bert Kreischer is coming to the Bryce Jordan Center on Sunday, April 10th. State College is one of the many stops on his Birdie Boy Relapse Tour. Kreischer is known for his cracking jokes about fatherhood and being a party boy. He hosts and produces a podcast titled Bertcast on All Things Comedy Network. Kreischer also co-hosts podcasts with other comedians like Tom Segura and Bill Burr, who also recently just visited Penn State. Tickets will go on sale at 10 a.m. on Friday, October 29th. Penn State students can access student-only sales starting at 10 a.m. Thursday, October 28th. Penn State is looking for more volunteers to assist with its annual Military Appreciation Tailgate next month. The tailgate will be held on the same day Penn State football plays Rutgers on November 20th. The tailgate will be held at the Bryce Jordan Center for veterans, service members, and their families. Volunteers will be asked to do tasks such as concierge, handing out game tickets, covering food and drinks, and greeters. Volunteer shifts will be 6 hours before kickoff and 2 hours after. The event will be concluding the week-long tribute to military service members and their families. You can sign up for the event up until Friday, October 29th. Anyone with questions can email Coordinator John Bartlett. After 7 months behind bars, rapper Youngboy Never Broke Again has been freed from jail, but not without a price. The rapper's attorney said Youngboy was released on a bond Tuesday after paying $500,000 in cash. Youngboy has been charged with possessing a firearm as a felon and possessing a firearm not registered to him back in March. NBA Youngboy may be walking free, but not without restrictions. He has been put under home confinement in his Utah residence, and his location is being monitored by authorities around the clock. That's all for your entertainment update. Stay tuned for the latest news from across the nation.
A possible nor'easter could be heading northeast after a record-breaking storm hit the West Coast this past weekend. The National Weather Service reported that on Sunday, downtown San Francisco experienced its fourth wettest day since the gold rush. These harsh rains come after a long period of drought in the region. This phenomenon is said to be a sign of climate change and is expected to frequently occur in California. The rainfall led parts of Pennsylvania to experience flash flood warnings, while New York and New Jersey governors issued a state of emergency. Northeast residents are advised to take precaution. 2 people in Washington state have died due to the storm.
Out of all 50 states and territories, Puerto Rico has become the most vaccinated in the nation in the United States. The island has faced tons of challenges, whether it be because of devastating hurricanes and earthquakes or the territory's debt issues. But Yale professor Daniel Colon Ramos said that these unfortunate instances have prepared the Puerto Rican residents to act quickly. He said that the people he works with simply admitted that another downfall won't happen on their watch. 4.9 million doses have been administered as of this past Friday, and 73% of the island's residents are fully vaccinated. To put this in perspective, Puerto Rico has a population of 3.3 million, which is larger than 21 states.
And that's all for tonight on PSN News.
Be sure to check us out on Twitter and Facebook at PSN News, on Instagram at Penn State Network News, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/PSN News.
Have a good night and stay safe, Penn State.